At the 24 after a gain of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Ready? 59. Mike's 59. Here we go, D. Get off the field. Mike, check. 59.
To throw again on 2nd down. Murray. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
At the 42-yard line.
Ready? 43's the Mike. Coming, baby. Woo!
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Ready? 43. Check, 43. You must be getting tired of seeing me. Hey, Tuesday.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
Hey, got four now.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Terrell Suggs drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. So on 4th down, the Falcons will call on Matt Bosher to punt it away. Back deep, the dangerous Pharaoh Cooper. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Right here. Check 59, Mike is 59, Mike the 59.
Fake handoff to Johnson. Now here's Murray. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Vic Beasley making it look easy, cruising in for the sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long.
Watch the screen.
Murray with a 3rd and long. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Jack Crawford providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Here's Andy Lee now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Taking it about the 36. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
A good pickup there, a 22.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Ready, 25. Check, 43. I'm here all day. Showing it. Hey, express.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Check 51, sub. Hey, South. Go 50 extra money. They gonna need some therapy out.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Steps away to his left. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining.
Check out route. Hot. Patchy. 58. Let him go.
From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
The kick by Tavecchio is good, and the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
Cardinals first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
From Falcon territory now, here's first and 10 at the 38. Play fake. Murray. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Ricky Seals-Jones the intended target, but it's going to be second down. They work again from the 38 on second and 10.
Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
On play action, it's Murray. And his throw is incomplete. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Now they face a third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
45. Mike, 45.
And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in.
Here we go again. Here we go again.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters, as they'll try again now, third and long. Again, they'll throw with Murray. Screenplay, Johnson. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession. They are, however, facing a fourth down situation.
St. Gonzalez on for the field goal. A 51-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will tie us at 3-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, first and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Ryan to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The linebacker Jordan Hicks flying in there for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Gun. 43's the mic. Base. Here it comes.
Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a third and long here.
Watch the slant. Got it. Motion. 43 is the mark. Watch the run. They're running it. March 43. March 43. Get up.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First down, Atlanta.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Ready to go.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Undercrush. Pilot, 64, weak.
On second down, Freeman. The tackle is made by Rodney Gunter.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The Falcons on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
43 is the mark. 43 is the mark. Here we go, T.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. Julio Jones all alone. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. 55 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
25. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Come on. He's coming. We got double up. Watch the safety creep. 54, south.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The Falcons on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, South, check. 58's the money. 58's the money. Quit talking about it.
Operating from the gun. Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Corey Peters slipping in and getting the sack.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little, and when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this one caught by Max Williams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch the curl. Mike, check. 59. I got you.
Murray now on 1st down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. That's going to be caught by Kirk for a Cardinals touchdown. Christian Kirk, 39 yards. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from grabbing the lead. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And his kick is good. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
A little closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Watch his left. Watch his 20. Watch it. Gun.
Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. Julio Jones all alone. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. Falcons. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's go.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up-and-down-the-field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby.
On second down and 4. Murray escaping the pressure right. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Like the 59. He's tired of you. He's tired of us. Hustle.
Throwing on first down is Murray. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Ricardo Allen with a pick. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Throwing again. Ryan. Dancing to his left. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
The Falcons on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. Touchdown, Falcons. Matt Ryan now 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
The lefty Tavecchio now to add the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
First and 10 at the 35.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
59 Mike, 59 Mike. Check, 59.
Murray now on 1st down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Vic Beasley picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football. And the pressure gets to him again. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Andy Lee now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jim.
Ryan. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
On the counter, Devontae Freeman. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now it's Ryan. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
And the Falcons first down.
Ryan now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. So that'll back him up 5. A full start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
Push him back. Push him back.
After the penalty, here's Freeman.
It's run, baby. It's run.
Corey Peters there to bring him down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Ryan, throw right side, caught by Ridley. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 16. Operating from the gun. Ryan. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Taken in at the 11. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
Set, ready. 70 ended. All day, baby. All day. Wahoo.
1st down, Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Johnson was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Set, cut. Pittsburgh. It's 59. Mike to 59. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. Completes it to Fitzgerald. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Mike, check.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Vic Beasley able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Here's Andy Lee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is fielded at the 27. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 42.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Check. 43's the mic. Here it comes.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Guys. 43's the mic. 43's the mic.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Hey, South. 43's the mic. I'm coming with that.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
There's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Falcons on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
21. 58, boy. 58. Come on.
No gap on this defense. No gap.
21. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense.
And the play clock running very low, so Dan Quinn decides to call for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Falcons on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
I'm coming after you. 58 to Mike, 58.
From the gun, Ryan. Throw left side complete. That's Jones. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Henry.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, They just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots on the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Murray to air it out again. Over the middle and caught by the tight end play. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now Murray again. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Murray on the sneak. And I don't think he got in. The big bodies up front held him at the 1. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They come out here in the eye. So it's 3rd and goal, and now the question, can this Falcon defense stand tall once more? They'll run it with Johnson. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Here we go, here we go.
Murray sets to throw on 4th.
Here we go.
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Vic Beasley and the Falcons able to muster together a goal line stand.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Check. Crunch. Crunch. Let's go.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 5-yard line.
Ready, blue 80. 525.
You pump. Tie it left. Tie it left. 4 down. 4 down.
525 tonight. Ready, set.
Freeman again. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Ready? Ready? Under 10, under 10, 10. Wait, wait. Base. Switch. Check.
Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Pulled in at the 24. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Murray. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 23 yards on the play. A good start there on this 4th quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time, all right? It's not like, they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly, and they're going to need some big-time plays, chunk plays, explosive plays. They need yardage on each snap.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up.
Throwing on 1st down. Murray. That's caught by Butler over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's a gain of 14.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Murray again, 2nd and 10. And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, 2nd half, no quit in him.
0.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray, Johnson the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
To throw is Murray. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Grady Jarrett in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Murray and company going for it on 4th. That's going to be caught by Kirk for a Cardinals touchdown. Christian Kirk, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
I smell fear in that offense. 39.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Now it's Ryan. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Robert Alford that time on the great coverage.
Well, so many times defensive backs get caught playing the man rather than the football. But not in this case. That's an excellent play. Did exactly what you're supposed to do. Attack the football and help break up the pass.
And, yep, as a result, knocks it down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Tight end to the right, bro. Tight end to the right. Move.
Check. 21.
March 43.
To throw again. Ryan fights loose. He's going to air one out. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Murray. Screenplay, Johnson. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Let's go,
On 2nd down, here's Murray. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down.
Here comes the me, it's me.
They're going for it. Hits Murray. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
Ready.
43 is the mic. In the face.
Got it. Get up. Ready,
On 1st down, it's Freeman trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 42 yards. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
51, Sam! Switch!
A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
No. Wait!
Mike's 43. Hey, watch the slant. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
51!
43's the Mike.
Again, it'll be Freeman. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal.
Big dance. Come. Ready, set.
They'll try and run. Freeman. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. And now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Hey, Sam!
Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up second and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They come out here in the eye. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. Second and inches. They'll look to run with Freeman. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it third and goal. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long and sign off from the desert.
I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. GG on my